So what are the husband rights? Number one, she must obey him as long as he does not order her to sin. And obedience in Arabic is always specified bil ma'roof, in kindness and in decent manner. What is ma'roof? So the husband is not Simon. Simon says, stand on one leg for half an hour. So he comes home and says, don't speak. Just stand on one leg for 1 hour, half an hour. And she says, well, Allah, I have to obey him. No, you don't have to. This is not ma'roof. This is not in kindness and decent manner. So when should I obey him? You must obey him when it is related to his rights. For example, he loves long hair. You want to cut your hair very short. Haram. Why? It's my hair. Yes, but he's your husband. And you are obliged to look good for him. He says, I don't want you to eat onions or garlics. Why? You know why. But if he says to you, I don't want you to eat apples, are you obliged to obey him? No. You can eat apples, you can eat oranges. Obeying him is not his rights. It doesn't help him. It doesn't benefit him. There is no harm from it. Likewise, if a woman, and lots of the women have a problem swallowing this. It can't go down their throat easily. Why would I obey him? He's just a man. And men, they stink. They're bad. They're idiots. They come with a long list of insults. Well, let it be known that the status of man to his wife is unmatched, not even with the parents. Oof. I should obey my husband more than obeying my parents? Yes. If your father tells you something and your husband tells you something else, who should you obey? The husband. Definitely. Nobody disputes in this. The Prophet says, alayhi salatu wasalam, if I were to order someone to make sujood to someone else, I would have ordered a woman to make sujood for her husband. Wow. Shows you how important the husband in his wife's life. The Prophet saw alayhi salatu wasalam, a woman, and he said to her, who's this man with you? She says, he's my husband, O Prophet of Allah. He said, how are you with him? She said, I try my level best to obey him and make him happy. So the Prophet said, well, be careful. He's your Jannah or your hellfire. Whoa. This is from the Prophet straight. He, if you make him happy and satisfied and you obey him, will be your Jannah. But if you don't, he will be your hellfire. He will make you go to hellfire on the day of judgment. And we have less than 10 minutes, correct? So I'll wrap it up because I have so many things. I wrote this while remembering my wife. So that's why it's too long. Number two, one of the husband's rights, important rights, is to protect your honor. And this is what real Muslim women do. They protect your honor. She would never cheat on you or disgrace you or bring anything that would tarnish your honor. And she would protect and safekeep your wealth and your children. Allah says in the Quran, so righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. They protect you when you travel, when you go, they preserve their chastity. Number three, one of the rights of the husband is that the woman takes care of herself and beautifies herself. This is a form of worship. Lots of the sisters work on their bodies, on their diet. They go to the gym or practice and work out in the home to have a good physique to please their husbands. Wallahi, they're working out with this intention is ibadah. And they're being rewarded as if they're doing night prayer. But some of the sisters fail to see this. And they lose weight, they lose focus. So many sisters come in the counseling sessions and Sheikh, my husband is always criticizing my weight and he's doing this, he's doing that, and I can't stand that anymore. I said, okay, how much do you weigh? She says, only 110 kg. What? Is he married to an 18-wheeler? 110 kg? That's a lot of weight. And how tall are you? She said, 58, 60, 158 centimeters, almost 5 foot. That's a lot of weight. You let yourself go. Okay, sometimes you're lost in life, too many kids, working in the house. But now, this is a fork of the road. The husband, I sit with him and I speak to him. I said, Sheikh, I can't. Seriously, I can't. I tried my level best. She's a good woman. I love the life we had together, the children. But I can't. This is not in my hand. So what should we say? Either he goes to haram or gets married again. Third option, take care of your body and hit the gym. So this is in your hand. You have to take care of yourself, and this is a form of worship. Number four, women must stay home. Allah mentioned in the beautiful verse number 33, surah number 33. This is a perfect number, 3333. You will never forget this. What does Allah say in this ayah? وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنْ. Allah is addressing the mothers of the believers, the wives of the Prophet, where He says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and abide in your houses and do not display yourselves as was the display of the former times of Jahiliyyah. Allah says, abide in your homes. So you may go out when needed, When your husband allows you to do so, no problem. But as we see women nowadays having their own cars, and every day they have to at least go 2 or 3 times. Where? Well, I'm fed up. I just want to go and drive around. This is not Islamic. I said, Sheikh, why? It's because Allah told them to stay home. You want to go and buy something from the grocery shop that is needed? No problem. You want to go and visit your mom and He allows you? No problem. But just to go and be on the road. And some of the brothers called me, Sheikh, my wife left yesterday after bickering and fighting at 2 a.m. and she came only the following day. Where was she? I don't know. She even disabled the tracking device on her mobile, so I don't know where she is. And she blocked me. What kind of a wife is this? Are you a real man? One of the brothers said, my wife left home for 4 days. She checked into a hotel and I don't know what was happening for 4 days. Yeah, who's the man? Who's wearing the pants? He said, she is. Okay, I'm sorry. I even asked. No, there is red lines that cannot be crossed. Number 5, she should not allow anyone to enter your home without your permission. Usually normal men have no problems. I have no problem at all, whomever goes into my house. My wife doesn't call me, says, I want to bring a friend, I have visitors. No, this is normal, 99.9%. Even going out, my wife has an open permission. I come home, she's not home. I give her a call, Assalamu alaikum, where are you? Well, I left to my mom's house. We're having a dinner and I'll come back at 9 o'clock. No problem, I'm easy. But it is the man's right to demand, no, you don't leave without telling me. So yes, as a wife, you have to call him, I want to go to my house, to my friend's house, to my mother's house, to my brother's house. And he says, okay, 99.9% he will say, if not 100%, he's okay. But you have to inform him, this is his God-given right in Islam. This is an Islamic ruling, it's not a cultural ruling. Number 6, imagine how important the husband is in his wife's life. She must not fast, voluntary fasts, even Arafat, even Muharram, Ashura, we're coming, Mondays and Thursdays. She cannot fast without his permission. And this is a must. Subhanallah. Why? Because he might be interested. He might want her. And it is his God-given right. The Prophet says, it is not permissible for a woman to fast while her husband is present except with his permission. And she is not allowed to allow anyone in his house except with his permission. Authentic hadith. Some people say you have a blatant, an open check. You can fast whenever you want. Especially when they're my age. Please fast. For God's sake, do whatever you want. But some people know. It's your God-given right. You're the husband. She has to seek your permission. Number 7, she's obliged to be content with whatever little you provide, if this is your ability. Some women demand financial status. You have to change the living room. We want to change the furniture. We want to go every year for holiday. We want this, we want that. No, Allah says, let a man of wealth spend from his wealth, and he whose provision is restricted, let him spend from what Allah has given him. This is your ability, akhi. So a real righteous woman would not burden her husband for more than what he can afford. Number 8, she is obliged, it's a must, to answer his call when he calls her for intimacy. Any time of the day, no matter what the circumstances are. And if she doesn't, Allah will curse her. The Prophet says, when a woman goes to bed abandoning her husband's right of intimacy, the angels curse her until she comes back. And when the angels curse, do you think Allah will respond or not? Of course. It's a serious thing. Yes, if there is hardship, if there is harm, if she's sick, if she's unable, yes, she has a legitimate excuse. But what is your excuse? Well, I don't feel like it. Yesterday I told him, take me to my father's house to visit. He refused, so I'm punishing him. Khalas, get ready for the curses of the angels. Number 9, to take care of upbringing his children. And this is the main reason, one of the main reasons of a man marrying. When you marry so that your wife would take care of your children and teach them Islam, teach them Quran, teach them prayer, because you're out there trying to make a living and secure their future. You can't be as well teaching them. So she has to take care of this. Number 10, she has to take care of treating his guests, his parents, his relatives in a nice way, because she is my representative. I know people, wallahi, they come to me and say, Sheikh, my wife seriously embarrasses me. I says, how? He says, wallahi, when guests come to my home, she treats them like royalty. She brings them food, she brings them things, she cleans the house, she puts perfume, air conditioning. I feel that she's overdoing it. And when I talk to her, she says, they are your guests. I would never allow anyone to speak this little against you. So he is so embarrassed, but doesn't know how to reciprocate. What can I do for this woman? Wallahi, akhi, this is a jewel. This is a priceless jewel that Allah has given you. What are you going to do? This what defines you. You have to thank her. You have to show her appreciation. Because hal jaza'ul ihsan illa al-ihsan. When someone does good to you, what is the reward? Reciprocate, ya akhi. Number 11, it is her God given duty, an obligation, that she keeps the husband's secrets intact. Unfortunately, there is a breach in both husbands and wife. The husband is not a real man. He goes to his mother. He goes to his siblings. My wife did this, my wife did that. He complains like a little girl. And some of them even go further to share haram things. A wife called me the other day complaining that her husband shows her pictures to his brothers. She says, I'm sitting with him, and while talking with his siblings, he puts the camera and he shows them while I'm sitting in indecent clothes. And when I speak to him, he said, this is okay, they're my brothers, they're my cousins. Such a man is not a man, he's male. And this is what is known in the hadith as ad-dayyuth, who allows this to happen. Women do the same. Oh, my husband did this, my husband did that, he was intimate with me there and here, and this is all haram. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Don't go leak things. And the moment you go and do the cardinal sin, which is when you go and complain to your mother, oh mother, my wife, we had a fight and she did not cook me dinner, and I left and I slept hungry. How would your mother feel? Stabbed in the heart with a dagger. So you come tomorrow with your wife, hugging her, kissing her. Oh mom, wallahi, this is the most beloved person on, and you kissed and made up, khalas. You forgot what happened yesterday. She is my love. Would your mother forgive? 10 years. Your mother will never forget. You caused my son to go to bed hungry. I will never forgive you. The same thing when you go to your parents and tell them, they're eager, they were willing to delay Asha. So you're also making the mistakes when you go to your parents as a wife and say, my husband did this, my husband did that. They will never forgive and they will never forget. No matter what happens, don't leak or complain unless you're going for divorce. Khalas. We've reached the end of the rainbow. We have reached a place where we have to do this, otherwise things are not going to go well.